Chef Tom Wolf is in the kitchen. We were doing a little dancing over here, but more cooking. He's from the Louisiana Pantry, and you're sharing your blackened catfish recipe with us today with some grits on the side.
Absolutely.
With a topping.
Yes.
A lot of stuff going on.
Here we go right here. This is the final product, and this is what we're going to be getting.
You're going to teach us to make that. So the sweet corn grits on the side, the lemon caper butter to go on top. What do we do first?
Well, the first thing we do is take our, we make this in-house, a little blackened seasoning, of course, inspired from New Orleans cooking.
Okay.
Paul Prudhomme. We're going to take this, and you put generous seasonings on it. You know, people think that Cajun food or Creole food is spicy. It's a misnomer. It really isn't.
Doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be. There are dishes that that have a little bit of kick to it, but and we have this beautiful induction cooker right here. Did I do this correctly?
Well, sometimes it likes to cooperate, but sometimes it doesn't.
Well,
I
think it's going to work.
On the stove
it's going to work for us. So we'll put this in here.
Any particular reason you chose to use catfish?
You know, locally, Alabama has great catfish, and so we source that out, and we just think it's a good fatty fish to put with the grits. Kind of balances it out. A little bit of asparagus and lemon caper butter sauce. It's really nice. Yeah. So.
Okay. How long do I need to cook the catfish?
Well, if we get this thing rocking, it's going to be.
Once we get it started.
Yeah. No. We it's about 3 minutes on each side. So you'll season it up really well. And get it going. There we go.
This is something that doesn't take long to cook at all. So something, you've had a long day and you want to go home and make something that looks real fancy and looks like it took you a long time, but it really didn't.
Most definitely. So, you know, with the grits, we start off with a little bit of butter. And then our grits, we're going to do a touch of shallots and a touch of garlic.
Okay.
Okay. And then these beautiful grits. Now, I heard a lot about this company. It's I want to say it's the Foley Tire Company that is very famous for their grits. So you get a tire change and get your grits.
Those two things don't go together at all.
I know, but hey, look, I've seen otter, I guess you could say. So what we're going to do is get that going.
Okay.
And put a little bit of water in here.
I can't wait to see how these turn out. Grits from a tire company. All right.
No, they're really fantastic.
How long has this tire company been selling grits? I feel like I'm missing out on something.
Well, you know, I want to say, and I'm still learning the kind of the, you know, area around here, but it's on 63, is that correct? That kind of runs along 59?
59?
Yep.
Okay.
And so go out there, check it out. They
Have you tried these grits? I don't know.
I don't know. It's going to be pretty awesome.
So we're still blackening the catfish here, and we're going to turn it over in just a moment, starting on these grits. And then Joe's going to join you in just a few minutes, and you guys can talk about the art of Alabama food. It's an exhibit that you guys can go see at the wharf, and we'll tell you more about that. Meanwhile, get this recipe, Studio 10 page on fox10tv.com.
We'll get it hot.
All right.
We are back in the kitchen with Chef Tom Wolf from the Louisiana Pantry, working on some blackened catfish. Things are sizzling away here. Now, you started this in the last segment. Tell the folks what you're working on here.
Well, you know, I was introduced to this wonderful company. It's a little tire company in Foley, and they grind their own grits. It's fresh grits. They have to keep it in the cooler, but it takes, of course, you know, no instant here. Talking about an hour and a half to cook these out. So we went ahead and prepared that ahead of time. Okay. We're also going to get our little sauce started here. Now that takes a few minutes, and it's simple brown butter. So you take regular brown butter, put it in the pan, and you'll bring it up to a boil. And then the fats, the milk solids, start to brown on the bottom. So you constantly whisk and make sure that stays nice and brown. And what we'll do is once we get that up, we'll go ahead, we're going to add some capers to it and get those rock and rolling. We're going to brown these capers off a little bit.
And we're also going to get to that catfish as well here in this segment. But one other thing we do need to talk about is the art of Alabama cooking. Tell us what that's all about.
Most definitely. Well, you know, it's featuring the 100 dishes you have to eat before you die. I think I have about 95 of them under my belt.
5 to go.
5 more to go, and plenty of time to do it. But get out, support your restaurants in Alabama. It's very important to the service industry and the art of Alabama. They're really making headway in the culinary scene.
So is this an event that's coming up, a program, a process? Tell us, explain it a little bit better to us.
Well, you know, the understanding is that they want to feature and kind of get on that national circuit with what they do in Alabama. You know, you have great chefs out there preparing food that sometimes can be overlooked, but Alabama's making their headway here.
All right, sounds good. So tell us what you're doing with this catfish.
All right, so now we're going to take this catfish and we're going to season it really well. You know, we talked a little bit in the last segment about the misnomer of Cajun or Creole food having to be hot or spicy, and that's not quite true. So we're going to show you this. Even though you see a good bit of the seasoning, you know, a lot of the color comes from paprika.
Okay.
And then it has a good combination of flavors in the seasoning. So we have a cast iron skillet, working good this time, this go around. And it takes about 2.5 to 3 minutes on one side. Then we'll flip it over, 2.5 to 3 minutes on the other side. And just let it do its magic.
And I can tell you that it smells delicious in here. Can't wait to try some of this out. When we come back, we will plate this dish. It looks spectacular. Some beautiful seafood in the kitchen this morning, courtesy of Louisiana Pantry. Ladies. Guys, I wanted to clarify what we were talking about in the kitchen. So the Art of Alabama Food is an exhibit which you can go see. That's why we had that that image of the person looking up at that picture. It's at the Complete Studio in Orange Beach, which is coincidentally right next to the Louisiana Pantry as well. So we want you to go see the exhibit as well. That is up until August 9th at the Wharf. So go check that out as well. We'll talk more about that again with Chef Tom in our final cooking segment.
Always good with Alabama seafood, always good with Alabama weather when it's like this.
Oh yeah, good day to go and walk around at the Wharf today.
Absolutely.
They're pretty nice.
Welcome back to our kitchen here on Studio 10 with Chef Tom Wolf from the Louisiana Pantry, and we're just talking about his roots. Well, first of all, we're cooking some blackened catfish with some sweet corn grits.
Absolutely.
But you had a restaurant in Louisiana, New Orleans.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's where you came from, and you've also, I have to bring this up, gotten a lot of awards, but you cooked for former President Bill Clinton.
Certainly did.
Do you remember what you cooked?
Actually, we did grilled escalar, a nice little spinach salad. It was nice, yeah.
It's like, how can you forget that, I guess?
Charlie Ridden was the chef of the White House at that time, and I got a great picture with Bill Clinton, but it was a lot of fun.
So
great
you actually went and cooked in the White House?
No, we actually cooked at Emerald's. I was a chef at Emerald's for many years, and was a big part of putting that thing together, and it was great. We had a good time. So
you know he has some talent cooking for former presidents. Very nice. And today he's cooking for us. Again, sharing that recipe with us for the blackened catfish, these sweet grits. Now, earlier I mentioned this is something you can go home and cook pretty quickly. The fish, yes. The asparagus, yes. But the grits are going to need a little bit extra time.
The grits, yeah. You know, people think that grits take 1 minute in the microwave. Well, that's been processed and ready to go for you that are on the run. But, you know, if you get real grits that are ready to go, they generally take about an hour. Yeah, maybe a little bit over an hour.
Instant grits here.
There are no instant grits here. Okay. No instant grits here.
So we have the fish, we have all the grits, the asparagus, and now.
So we finished the asparagus, and all we did was put them in a little grill. Just to get a little grill mark on there. It gets that charred flavor. It goes well with the sweet grits and also the spice from the blackened catfish. So let's go ahead. We'll put this one on. This one looks beautiful.
Still
great job. You did a fantastic job on this fish.
I worked really hard. Woo, I deserve some time off now.
She cooks a lot better than she claims. So we'll go ahead and plate this one up.
Okay, now while you're doing this, I want to let everybody know you can visit Chef Tom at the Louisiana Pantry at the Wharf, and while you're there, don't go eat and then go check out the Art of Alabama Food exhibit. You don't want to go hungry to that because it's just pictures and pictures just like this of mouth-watering seafood.
Most definitely. So we're going to finish up our sauce right here. We have that brown butter we started in the segment prior. We're going to go ahead. We have capers, parsley, and it's a little bit of a dark sauce, but it's because the butter browns, as we explained.
Yeah.
But the capers and the butter, go ahead and put that on there.
That looks good.
Absolutely. So a little bit of that, a little bit of fun. Some green onions.
The green onions are the fun.
The green onions are the fun, absolutely.
Okay. A little spice, a little fun.
This is true. This is true.
And the recipe is on our webpage. So if you do want to make this tonight, Studio 10 page on fox10tv.com. If you do want to go visit the Louisiana Pantry, you can get this made. Make sure you stop by and check out the Art of Alabama Food exhibit at the Wharf, and you can see it through August 9th. Delicious food, but make sure again you don't go hungry. You want to go see Chef Tom first at the Louisiana Pantry.
Come
Maybe
see
you want to
us.
get this dish. A lot of other seafood dishes there. Go and check it out. I can't wait to taste this, but first I need to find a fork.
Of course.
So that's what we're going to do.
Alabama seafood.
Joe, you know where a fork is?
Someone steals them all. Like we started Studio 10 with like 8,000 forks. Now we're at 0. I don't know what happened. We'll get some more forks. It's okay. These are Studio 10 problems. #. This Week in Entertainment.